guys, so today we're going to mount my fuel pressure regulator on the top dragster. We're going to do some drilling, some tapping. We're going to make some AN hoses. I'm pretty sure that the GoPro died about halfway through this video, so I apologize about that, but here's the finished product. So we got the fuel pressure regulator installed. We got 2 of the feed lines that go to the fuel pressure regulator, and I got to order some more hose to do the return. I got to order a plug, and I got to do some more hose to get to the fuel feed. So we'll see this a little bit more. I'm probably going to end up doing the plumbing a little bit at a time instead of having like one big video where all we do is make hoses. So if you saw something in this video and you hated it, or it was really informative, or you got more questions, just let me know, and we'll touch base with it again. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright guys, so let's dive into this. Today we're going to mount our fuel pressure regulator. We're going to mount this guy right here. I'm thinking we're going to do something like this right here on the mid plate. Try to keep some of the plumbing short. And the good news is, we might go a little higher, something like that. But the good news is that I'm going to get this mounted to the mid plate. And then I think this is about everything we need, mounted beforehand. So I think after this we're going to be taking the motor out. We're going to strip this 5.3 block down, and we're going to get everything sent off to the machine shop. So we're going to go ahead and get some fittings mounted on this thing, and start eyeballing some stuff up and get it all mounted. So we're trying a new mount, give you guys a different perspective on what it is that I'm working on. So let me know if you like it or you hate it, or you want me to go back to the face-to-face stuff. So let's get into this guy. Let's go dig around in my box of fun and see if we can find the fittings that we're looking for. This is all 8AN stuff. These regulators, they got a bunch of different options, but these fittings, this fitting are both 10AN ORB, and everything else is 8. Now I necked this down because this is going to be our return fitting. I necked it from 10 to 8 because we're going to return to that boss down there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's an 8. So we're going to try to keep all that the same, so I don't have to knock a bigger hole in there. And yeah, it shouldn't be a problem because the way we're setting up, we're actually going to have two returns in this fuel system. So we're going to have the return off the regulator, which is that's going to set our system pressure. But then we also have a return down here at my fuel shutoff. So in theory, right, when you close this, it closes the feed to the engine, which is this line here, but it opens this port here. So we're going to take this right to the bottom of the pump. So, and I'm hoping to do 2 things with that. I'm hoping that it'll be easier to prime the fuel pump, to get fuel flowing through it, and then also give some place for the fuel to go at the end of the run if I need to, or for whatever I need to pinch the fuel off. It's not a dead stop. It'll circulate the fuel next to the pump. I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but it's there, so I'm going to utilize it. And then also, you guys probably see this right here. This is where we're going to measure fuel pressure from, because all of this is common across the front here. So I got some fittings that I had ordered a while ago. And speaking of a while ago, I realized that I'm slacking on my weekly uploads. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been working real hard lately, so sometimes you got to make the money to spend the money. So I apologize about that, but hopefully we're going to get right back to it. And for whatever reason, I'm not sure what the deal is, but it seems like I usually order everything through Summit. So I think usually Fragola has been pretty good as far as like having stuff in stock at Summit. So this is what we're using. I'm sure you guys don't really need the part number, but I figured since I have the bag in my hand, I'd show it to you. So we're going to go ahead and get this tightened up like it should be, because this is not, more than likely it's not going to change. So we're going to go over here, we're going to get a little bit of grease, and I like to use lithium grease on my O-rings because it makes the O-rings slide in nice, and the lithium grease doesn't get as hard. You know, it doesn't really dry out that much. You know, a lot of times, guys, these little steps right here, they're going to save you down the road, because you know, there's nothing worse than going to fire your combo up for the first time, or sometimes it doesn't even happen on the first time. You know, you get a fresh combo together and you don't see a small leak, and then, you know, the small leak turns into a big leak, and the next thing you know, you got fuel spraying everywhere because you nipped the O-ring on the way in. So a lot of times the little bit of grease on your O-rings helps keep that from happening. Just run over here real quick. Grab a wrench for this guy. Give you guys a little shop tour of the other side, inadvertently. Let's see, I got these AN wrenches over here. Maybe I ought to use them. What do you guys think? Ooh, okay. So we won't be using an AN wrench. And I know you guys can't can't feel that through the camera, but she slid in nice and easy. Just give her a little torque down. Yeah, it makes a little mess over here, whatever, but that's no big deal. So we'll take this. We'll go ahead and, well, I'm not going to tighten these guys up right now because I'm not 100% sure that that's where they're going yet. That's all part of today. Let's get ourselves a marking device. What do you guys think? Nope. Don't have enough reach. Back to the other side. Downfall of having your dragster strung out through your garage. So here's what I'm thinking. So we got this guy going on the bottom here. This will help us set our height. Because we're going to come right out of the bottom of this thing, scoot right past the fuel filter, and then hang a left right into the fuel tank there. Let's see what else I got for fittings. Here we go. And we're going to use this 90, and this 90 will set our left to right because I'm trying to make a nice straight drop down into this thing here. And then for those of you guys that don't know why I have this in my hand, this will be the boost reference point. So this will get plumbed right to the intake manifold, and this will, these are usually set up 1-to-1, so for every pound of boost that this sees, it'll add a pound of fuel pressure. So we're not going to get too crazy. This isn't, you know, it's not, doesn't need to be super precision. Just grab ourselves a little Sharpie here. So we're going to go right there. And right there. Yep, there we go. We're lined up there. And then, yep, I'm just going to slide straight through there into the fuel tank. So I'm going to go ahead and take this bracket off. I'm going to figure out what bolt goes in here, and I think the plan is just going to be I'm either going to drill and tap this for whatever bolt I decide to put in here, or I have enough room back here I can slide a nut in there, so we just nut and bolt it. But this is a 1/4 inch mid plate, so I think I'm just going to drill and tap it, because I got to tell you, I will go to great lengths to build something so that way I don't have to use 2 tools to take it apart. I like to have 1 tool that takes the whole thing apart. But that's just me. Call it being lazy, call it what you want. Anyway, so let's go figure out what we're going to do here. These don't need to be on here anymore. This is a couple weeks after Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a good holiday. Maybe you got some work done on your own race car. That's usually the plan. By the way, pardon the noise in the background if you can hear it. We're up here in the Northeast, so it's getting a little chilly recently, so we're running the wood stove. Let's see what we got going on here. What do I got out? 5/32. Is that it? Boom. Yep, just threw that on the floor. Who didn't see that coming, right? Yep. That warped to the same dimension as the 10mm socket. That's alright, I think I got another lock washer up here somewhere. Let's see if we can not do that again. So, let's see what we got in here. So this is a 1032. Let's see, are we going to get lucky? Is that what these are? No. Oh. Well, I was going to try and make these the same, but I think this is not a 1032, it's a 10, what is these? These are 1024s. And that's exactly what that is. So as you can see, my selection of 1024 is rather limited. So we're going to make the executive decision to go 1032, because I think that's the, I don't think I even have a 1024 tap, guys. Ha, look at that, 1024 right there, flying my ass off. There we go, 1032. If you guys don't have these are like socket adapters for doing taps and whatnot. These are the greatest things ever, and they're fairly affordable. I don't think they're super expensive. These are made by a company called Lyle. I'm sure you guys have heard of them before. Anybody that messes around with cars knows what that's all about. Got a little tap sheet here. 1032. It's a number 21. I don't have any numbered drill bits, so the nearest fractional size is 532. So I do have a 532. That's this guy. We're gonna do the next size down, just in case it's a little big. I'd rather the hole be a little tight than a little loose. So we're gonna do that, and then I gotta be honest, I really don't have a length bolt that I like, so I think for the time being I'm just gonna use these 1 inch long or 3/4 inch long deals. And then I'll have to put something else in it later. That's no big deal. We can handle that. I'll get, and since I'm have to make an order, I'll get a new lock washer for that one that warped to the 10th dimension. Shoe. Let's do this. Is this the same size? No. I'm just going to grab an Allen key. 1/8 inch it is. Take all this over there. Drill over there. And the other thing I'm going to take a center punch with me. It might make it a little easier to drill it. Good enough. Hammer, good enough. You guys like my custom hammer that I made? Believe it or not, if you guys got an old claw hammer and you're real ginger, now mine's kind of beat up because I abused it because I'm dumb. But you can put a flat face on there and then you get a little extra weight on there. So I really like this hammer. I know it looks dumb, but this thing is pretty sweet. Good old savings to myself.